Welcome back to my channel. So in this video, we're gonna be talking about 7 places to find job servicing clients for your job service business. Let's go. Number 1, LinkedIn, and specifically LinkedIn search. LinkedIn is one of the most powerful platforms right now where you can actually find high-paying clients. The platform is global, so wherever you live, you're able to reach, you're able to message people living in high-income countries like the US, Australia, UK, Germany, wherever. Why is search important? Because search is pretty much the #1 way that regular people get discovered on LinkedIn. It's not recommendations like it is on YouTube. If you put a video, it gets recommended to people who are likely to want to interact with it. On LinkedIn, it's the other way around. People need to search for similar profiles to yours, and if they do, then they're likely to discover your profile. There is the other side of the coin as well. You can use LinkedIn search to discover your own perfect clients. For example, if you're interested in online digital marketing agencies in the US, what you would have to do, you would have to find those LinkedIn business pages of those agencies based on those locations. And then if you click on their profile, you can see the employees who are working there. So you can find founders, executive directors, CEOs, whatever. You can add those people to friends, and then if they accept, you can then message them. You can also send them emails if you get LinkedIn Premium. If you invite enough people and send a lot of messages, somebody is definitely going to reply, and you'll definitely get at least a few clients from LinkedIn. Number 2, YouTube. YouTube is full of people like myself creating content. What these YouTubers that there are millions of looking for? What kind of services do they need? Video editing, graphic design. These are the 2 things that most YouTubers actually need. And I know that YouTube definitely works for finding your own job servicing clients, because I've used YouTube for one of my businesses to find job servicing clients for us. And it worked really well. We found a bunch of clients through sending emails targeted at YouTubers. In one of my previous videos that I will link right here, I showed you the exact way how to find video editing clients through YouTube. So if you want to go into more details, you can watch that video, and then you'll find out the exact method that I've used and that worked for me. But there is another service as well that you can actually promote to YouTubers, and that is graphic design. What kind of graphic design do YouTubers need on a regular basis? You guessed it, it's thumbnail design and also the cover image, right? So a lot of YouTubers from time to time change their cover image on their YouTube profile. Someone is gonna design that, right? But of course, thumbnails is a much more regular thing. A lot of YouTubers upload 3, 4, 5 times a week, so they need at least 3, 4, 5 thumbnails every single week designed that they can upload with their videos. But how do you actually offer your services to these YouTubers? How do you actually reach them? There's a very simple way to do that. If you go to almost any YouTuber's About Me page, there is a section which allows you to get their email. There is a limit of emails that you can get per day from one IP, but if you use multiple IPs, you're likely to forego this limitation. But that's not everything though. A lot of these YouTubers also create content on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and on Twitter. So many different places that are likely to require some level of video or graphic design work outside of YouTube. So if you find a client on YouTube that will give you their videos to edit, that will give you their thumbnails to edit every single week, guess what? After some time, once you get into a working relationship, you can always ask this question, are you creating content on other platforms as well? Maybe you need some help over there. So suddenly from just one platform working with this one client, you're working on multiple different platforms, and perhaps after you get into a really good working relationship, this client can also refer you to their friends, maybe Instagram creators, maybe TikTok creators, or maybe YouTube creators. So YouTube is an excellent way to find video and graphic design work. Number 3, Instagram. There's 2 best ways to find job servicing clients on Instagram. Let's say you're offering graphic design, logos, business cards, corporate identity, and similar kind of services. What I would do is I would create a dedicated Instagram profile featuring your portfolio, featuring your work, featuring your logos and business card designs that you've actually designed yourself. And from that profile, you want to find pages that are somewhat relevant to graphic design and that might need graphic design work. I'll give you an exact example of a business that needs graphic design on a regular basis. Nightclubs. Nightclubs need flyers and brochures designed almost on a regular basis. The best way to approach this would be to message a nightclub with the offer that you're offering, but also at the end, attach a flyer that you redesigned for them, or maybe a link to that flyer where they can see it, where they can download it, whatever. Because if you do that, they'll see the quality of your work, and also they'll see that you're very serious about working with their business. And the second way to use Instagram to find job servicing clients is to actually contact personal profiles. And I'm not saying to contact just about anybody on Instagram. There is a billion plus people on Instagram, so this is just pointless. What I'm talking about specifically, I'm talking about people who use their personal profiles for work purposes. And the best example that comes into my mind right now is real estate agents. Real estate agents very often use their personal profiles whilst they work for some real estate agency. And what do they do with these personal profiles? Usually they upload listings and they also upload videos into their Instagram. So what you can do is you can actually offer exactly the same two services: graphic design and video editing. These real estate agents always need a good graphic or video designer because they're not experts in this field, you know? They're experts in real estate. That's what they know. Very few real estate agents actually do the graphic design and video editing themselves. They usually have a video or a graphic design in the background processing all the content that they film, that they photo, etc. So these are the two proven ways to find clients for job servicing business on Instagram. Number 4, Facebook, and I'm specifically talking about Facebook groups. This is the number one way that currently job servicing pros are actually finding clients on Facebook. If you go on Facebook, you can find Facebook groups that are centered around a particular niche, a particular interest. For example, real estate agents, video editors, graphic designers, whatever. And in these groups, a lot of the people are actually service providers like yourself. But there's also a ton of potential clients who join these groups because they wanted to find a service provider like yourself. So once you join a Facebook group that you think is likely to bring you some clients, there is really two best ways to find clients. The first way is to actually start posting content and actually start becoming an active member of that group. Once people see your post, once people see the expertise, the value that you bring to the group, they'll start messaging you. And the second way is more passive. You can wait in the group till somebody posts an advert saying that I'm looking for video editor, I'm looking for graphic designer, I'm looking for Google Ads expert. And then you can drop a comment into their comment section saying, you know, I'm happy to help, whatever. This is a very common way and a lot of people are doing it, so it must work if people are actually doing it every single day. And finally, there is another way. It's to actually message people, add them to friends, and send them a direct message offering their services and saying, you know, I found you in this group, but I don't recommend you this way. Because if you start messaging people en masse, somebody is going to start complaining to the admins of the group and you're going to be banned from that group. Number 5, Google search. This is an obvious one, right? Everybody knows that you can go on Google and find job servicing clients or any kind of clients for that matter, right? But how many people are actually doing it successfully? With Google search, there is a lot of opportunities, but also there's one downside. There's just too much choice. Would you actually target? Would you actually search for? What I recommend is limiting your search and creating a strategy of who you're actually looking for. Because if you don't know what you're looking for, it's going to be very difficult for you. So as a starting point, I personally like working with American clients. So you can limit your search to the US. Then you can also limit your search to the high-income areas in the United States. You can Google the high-income areas and you can find all the cities, all the locations, all the boroughs in the United States that are actually high-income. Tech startup in Silicon Valley or in San Francisco area is likely to pay a lot more for graphic design, for logos, for corporate identity than a similar startup in Detroit area. At least that's usually the pattern. Once you narrow down your search and you know exactly what you're looking for, you have your strategy, you can go on Google and then type in exact keywords. For example, San Francisco startups. You find those startups and you start emailing them offering your design work. And maybe even go on LinkedIn and find the founders that you will actually contact on LinkedIn as well. Number 6, local businesses that you're gonna contact offline. Now guys, this is for the brave ones. This is for the real hustlers. There's 2 ways to approach this. First, cold calls. You find a business in your local area that you think might need a service that you're offering. Let's say graphic design. Let's say you find a few local restaurants in your area. What you can do is you can actually cold call them and offer them graphic design work. For example, redesigning the logo, rebranding, redesigning their food menus, redesigning their social profiles, their Facebook page cover, their Facebook page posts, Instagram page posts, and similar kind of things. And the second way is for the real hustlers. People who are actually brave enough to print out their portfolio on paper and maybe get some business cards and actually walk into some local businesses, ask for the owner and present the stuff right there and then to the owner and actually pitch him face to face. This strategy is extremely effective. If you really put your mind into it, and if you have a good portfolio, and if you visit like 20 local small businesses and you pitch face to face to the owner your graphic design work, your video design work, your promo design work, I almost guarantee you're likely to find at least a couple of clients. And finally, number 7, your own connections. I know it sounds obvious, but a lot of people underestimate the power of their own connections. Once you start providing some kind of a service, if you think it's a good service and if you think your service provider is actually going to deliver good work, you can then start posting on your own social profiles. Post it on Facebook. Say, I'm now providing graphic design. Friends and family, are you interested? Do you have any design work? If you do, or if you know anybody who needs some graphic design work, please refer them to me. I'm really going to do a good job. You can also post the same on Instagram, LinkedIn, and similar kind of things. And finally, of course, you can pick up the old phone and actually call some of your connections. Call somebody in your family who has a business. Call somebody who knows other business people who might need graphic design, who might need video editing, who might need Google Ads or whatever the service you're actually offering. Call them up and show them real persistence. Show them how you need those clients. If you ask them really nicely, you're bound to receive some referrals. So guys, I just showed you 7 ways to find clients both online and offline. I think with these ways, you can definitely find clients. I know I would be able to. Even if I start from 0, all I need is internet connection and my phone. That's it. I would definitely be able to find clients, and I'm sure you can do as well. Follow these ways that I just gave you and you're definitely gonna find your first client. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, if you want to see more drop servicing videos, subscribe to my channel now and watch this video next.